In our ever-changing world of technology and very busy lives, people are increasingly using dating and social media sites and apps to meet up with people. What was once considered a new way to meet people has now become the norm. This past year, the Dallas police detectives have seen predators using social media, online classified ads, and dating sites to meet up with their victims. These criminals are exploiting the willingness to meet up by lying about who they are, their identity, and their appearance and intentions. What we're asking here today is for people to take a little bit more precautions when meeting up with people on social media. Never meet someone out alone without telling a friend or a loved one where you're going to be. Meet in a public place where plenty of people are around. Do your homework. Find out whom else may know this person. Take a screenshot of their profiles, should they need it, to identify the individual. And trust your instincts. If at any point you feel uncomfortable about the situation and conversation, leave. And if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. During our investigations of the sexual assault cases that we've worked, it must be repeated over and over that our victims did nothing wrong. It is our very human nature that we want to trust people. We hope that by offering up some of the lessons that we've learned from some of our past victims, that we can help keep another crime from occurring. If you have been a victim of a sexual assault through a social media or dating site, which we'd like for you to please contact the Dallas Police Department Sexual Assault Unit at 214-671-3584. That's all I have.
Sir, there is any statistics about what happened last year? Are you guys counting the cases of rapes related to encounters via apps or dating websites?
That's a very good question, sir. Yes, looking at the numbers, and the numbers tell us the stories. We didn't really keep track of those numbers of victims that were being victimized through social media sites. It is something that's come to our detectives' attention, and we're starting to pay a little bit more closer attention to. This year so far, we have 2 that we know of.
You said that they're all different, but there is a pattern, a certain pattern that these attacks follow. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Well, the only pattern that we really kind of see is they're very predatory in nature, somewhat of what you may have seen in the past with predators stalking children online.
Recently, there was a case of one lady that she met with this gentleman, and this gentleman, I think that the date was in Grand Prairie, and they ended up coming to Dallas, and all of a sudden, this date turns into a nightmare. So you were mentioning that there is certain signs that people, or ladies, or even men, they can notice. What can you tell us more about that?
Well, yeah, I'm not sure exactly which one of the cases you're talking about, but you know, we don't really discuss any of the cases. It takes an incredible amount of courage for our victims to come forward to provide us with this information. And again, they didn't do anything wrong other than trust somebody. And so a lot of these cases are still being adjudicated, and once they become adjudicated, you guys will get a little bit more information on those.
Detective, a lot of people think these are just kids that make these mistakes and all that. Can you talk about how widespread is this? These are adults or just children, or who are you encountering when you're finding these statistics? Does it cross all boards?
It does cross all boards, but typically my unit only investigates adults. Okay.
Any other questions?
Can you just
Okay.
say and spell your name again?
Sure. Lieutenant Israel Herrera, ISRAELHERRERA, Commander of Assaults and Sexual Assaults for the Dallas Police Department. Great. Thank you, guys. Yes.
Can you expand on the dating sites, what somebody can do to check on them, or do they have their own policing, these dating sites?
I'm unaware of the sites that have their own policing. I do not know, and really I'm not going to comment on any of the sites that are better than any of the others because we just don't know any of that right now.
You mentioned
Okay.
that there have been 2
That's
cases.
going to be all.
I need to just that.
You mentioned that there have been 2 cases this
Yes.
year so far?
Yes, sir.
So these 2 cases have started via dating websites or dating apps? I know that you can discuss the cases,
One is a
but-
dating app, and the other one is a social media app. Okay.
At
That's
what
it.
point?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you all very much.